Okay, we're back. Now, I have given it some thought, and I don't want to do Vaults 5 anymore, not yet, because, I mean, we'll hatch down if we have to, and avoid all this crap, but, I think that we can actually get slime done pretty easily, because we have resist corrosion. Pop it on in the place of this Arlec, our poise thing, which, by the way, we don't really need to wear anymore. Because we have stat form. And we'll just go to the pits of slime, right? Okay, we'll make snakes. Stat form. This isn't great. We'll just kill this thing. Acid blow dies from the Hydra, that's expected. Let's see if we can't put some distance between us and the Shining Eye. Very good. Shining Eye's dead. Wow, this is a lot. It's very unfortunate. It's a lot of acid blobs. See, the problem is that outside of using Summon Hydra, I don't have a particularly awesome way of killing acid blobs quickly. I think we have to go up. And I think we have to stair dance this stuff. This works, kinda. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like, we ourselves, like, without using a summon, cannot really kill things in here that easily. If it's one-on-one, then maybe, but the problem is that I just don't have very much UC yet. So I end up getting corroded because I can't kill it fast enough. It's sort of a crapshoot to use. It's sort of a crapshoot to use statue form anyway. Unless you're really, really good at melee. But we'll get up there. We're getting there. Wow, we got confused. 2% chance, by the way. Whoa, 17%. Right. Because of... No, it's not my robe. It was 2% a second ago. Oh, okay. I did not have my pro magic on. Okay, well that's good to know. Not sure how that happened. I might have just left it on there from earlier. Can I be paralyzed? Nope, good. Get some more intelligence. I wish I had digging. Well, we've made it to Slime 5. Now, in terms of killing TRJ, I think we're just going to haste Agility Might and melee him. Our unarmed combat kind of sucks, but with all that stuff, we should be fine. Especially since I can just make Hydras next to him, and I do have throwing nets. We could even try to get the paralysis on him with, like, Scroll's Vulnerability. I think 10 evocations is technically enough. It's too bad BVC doesn't work against any of these slimes. Look at this, I can't kill him. Of course I'm a little corroded. Wow, TRJ's right here. Well, we don't want to fight him all the way out here. However, I can go ahead and vuln and see 16%. It's doable, but not good. Sort of screwed this up. think I'm going to immolate again. Take all those guys in the back. Okay. I upset my lightning spire again. We're gonna have to leave this gold behind. I mean, I'm not gonna... It's 3 pieces, you know. It's not worth troubling with for, you know, taking damage for 1 piece of gold, you know. Okay, statue form's really starting to look good. Here's TRG. We can go and fight him. And I'm not going to bother with that janky evocation stuff. We have Phantom Mirror, we have Hydras. Let's just go to town on him the old-fashioned way. So, haste. Probably don't need resistance. Let's save it. Agility. Might. We need brilliance. Nah. Oh, I need to put a D-missile later, but not important right now. Okay, let's just stat form. Throw the net. Got him in the net. Take a step. I can enslave that, but I think I'd rather make a Phantom Mirror here. He's in the net. I think we need to just start punching him. As much as I'd like to have an ally here. Whoa, look at that. You pound the royal jelly into fine dust. 3 exclamation points. I like that. Get him in the net. He's in the net. Punch him. He's taking damage. Punch him. He's taking damage and he's dead. Excellent. Blink. I think I'll blink again. I just want to be able to fight like one of these guys at a time. This is good. Good place for LRD. We do not need scrolls of enchant weapon ever again. Super high level spells. Crystal Spear's available even. And we got the Wand of Digging finally, that's cool. Hey, Dissolution's here. Get a little experience off of this guy. Let's create some distance first. The fact that you can pog so far away on a Barachian, I suppose that's a benefit I've never thought of before. Got him. Easy enough. He can abjure my summons, but still hard to survive even a couple hits from a Hydra. Okay, Slimy Root is ours. We're now way better at fighting in combat with statue form, that is, melee. Just trying to think what I want to do next. Probably Vaults 5. I could run around killing those ghosts real quick. He no longer has his magic, or at least he shouldn't, so we'll berserk. Oh no. It's not working. Oh, and he successfully did the blink. That's awful. This is outrageous how dexterous he is. Did we get him? Yeah, we got him. Was it worth it? Okay, Elf 3. We have a rune door where I want Shatter. Because, if I remember correctly, there is a... Yeah, it's a Chaos branded scythe. Let's use Brilliance. That's not what I meant to do. Shatter. Oh, he's right there. He also had a Weapon of Pain. I think it's the exact same ghost. This has got to be the same ghost. It's even got the Weapon of Pain, so it's got to be. It's just named two different things for bugged reasons. Well, they're going to work on him. That's nice. Maybe the boxes of beasts were a good idea. Got him. Normally I wouldn't bother with all this, but because they're worth tournament points. Alright, and there's a buckler in here I wanted to look at. It's got our core. I'd rather have the +5 of protection. Okay. Let's see. We can go back to Crypts 1. Fascinating. technically he could kill me, I think. Because he's the guy with 2 corrosive bolts, he could do 2 corrosive bolts and kill me. Let's see, 5 is the range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, he can't hit me. Oh, he'd have to move and hit me, so he couldn't one-shot me. Nice. However, there is a ghost I need to hunt down now, and there he is. Okay, and V3. Okay. This is not particularly how I like to do this, but we're gonna do it. Actually, wait. There's a staff. It could be energy. Earth. Well, I'll carry Earth around with me, but probably not going to use it much. Okay. I guess we will go down now. Awful. Okay. Well, not like terrible, but pretty bad. Do I want to hop? I think I want to hop over here. And then pog. Pog again. Miscast, apparently. We don't have magic potions, and we don't even have ambrosia, but we do have plenty of potion petitions, so if I run out of mana, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, BVC helps quite a bit. Really assists my melee here. Of course, BVC by itself is doing a ton of damage. I guess I shouldn't have been too worried. This is very straightforward. I always feel a little antsy when I have to do the traditional route, though. Oh boy. Do we have silence? Yes, we do. Oh no. Oh no. We don't know what book he has, and the silence is gonna end soon. I'm gonna haste. Yep, he's not silenced anymore. Not good. He could paralyze me and then just straight up kill me. Probably should have berserked. Let's just start punching. Lightning bolt. Yeah, he has the paralyze. However, that's... He's not going to kill me, probably, even if he paralyzes me. Another one. Unbelievable. He cast invisible, so he's got one of those two books. Not a big deal. Two Ancient Liches in a row on Vaults 5. Not the best of luck. That's a very nice ring. However, my instinct is to just wear this Arlek Arpoise one, not because we need it. I mean, we'll be in statue form all the time, or most of the time. You know, no, I'm not gonna wear that. We'll pop this guy on. He gives me better stats and more RN. MP plus 9 as well, although this has that too. Wow. Let's put statue form back up since he canceled it. We must be making an awful lot of noise. I think that for this character, we're pretty much done learning anything other than defenses, unarmed combat, and earth magic. Because we're doing just fine smashing things with the fists. So why don't we just turn these all on and forget about it. On the other hand, well, Orb Run though, we could have some trouble in the Orb Run without evocations. Wow, so we've finally come across it. The Robe of Misfortune. Haven't seen that in a while. Interesting rings and amulets. Nothing particularly good. That +7, plus MR, Sin, stealth thing would be nice, but Corrode is just... it's just not worth using. I'd consider it if it was something we really needed, unlike Slow, where I'll pretty much never wear Slow. But we're doing well enough that I really don't need to have another wild card factor, like randomly getting corroded. Requirement 676. Do I want to acquire staff or do I want to acquire gold and see if I can get my investment back? I think we're going to acquire staff. Wizardry. It'd be nice to be able to spam. It'd be nice to be able to spam Shatter in Zot, but we'll be fine. So have we found a use for Four Winds yet? Not really, because this is still our only source of resistances. Despite buying a few shops, we have surprisingly few artifacts available. They're valuable to us. That's okay, though. We have tons and tons of gold. 6,830. That's 2 bribe branches that we could use for Zot and the Orb Run. So So let's get this thing done. Oh, good God. There we go. Those rock slashes, or however you say it, they really can make a ton of copies. Like so. I think those used to be my least favorite enemy in the game. We can stop picking up enchant armors since we've fully enchanted everything. I want to amnesia four spell levels off for dragon form to defeat orbs of fire, but you know what? We'll take off Passage of Galubria once we're ready for Zot, and then we'll do that. We don't need dragon form until Zot. Otherwise, this character really doesn't have a convenient way to kill orbs of fire. Let's drink down a Brilliance and shatter real quick. I just wanted to easily go in there and take these guys out without having to fool with these mutagenic clouds. We've gone the whole game without getting mutated. That's good. Merfolk, Chaos Knight of Zom, Weapon of Freezing, and some spells that I'm not too concerned about. Okay. Yeah, I suppose we could kill Orbs of Fire without Dragon Form with some careful application of Mana Vipers and Hydras and... oh god. There we go. But Dragon Form just makes it easier. And we could still, you know, augment that with the summons. Good place for immolation. All right. Looks like we've got an area that I could open up with Shatter. Finally got a potion of magic. Ooh. Floating Eye plus Juggernaut. Fear? Well, how do I Phantom Mirror him? That is a Floating Eye which has returned, and he's still fully charged. I'm not screwing around with that. We'll end up dying if he gets me. Damn it. This thing doesn't want to die. Okay, this is fine. I have tons of allies. Paralyze me if you must, but I'm going to try to fear again. Floating Eye looks frightened. Very good. Okay, now we can get him. Goodbye. Oh, he didn't die. He just kind of walked away. This is outrageous. He just stays fully charged forever. And if we get paralyzed next to a Caustic Strike, obviously we lose. You know? I think we take a step. And we Pog. Take the Pog. You know what? I'm gonna read Teleport. Probably wasn't the most optimal choice, since in theory it could have landed me next to him. Whoever made that vault has no appreciation for balance at all, because if you go down into that, well, it's terrifying, because think about it, I could have taken the wrong staircase, ended up here, boom, floating eye, and all that really powerful stuff. I assume it's placed right here. So I guess by now, though, to be fair, by now you have a ton of resources, so you should be able to fear or teleport or something. Certainly a scary situation, though. Well, it seems like I'm actually able to tab in stat form now without stopping too much. Very satisfying. Oh, once I get dragon form, that will actually give me the extra RF++ that you like to have, but is not necessary in Zot. What a large depths floor. Very grueling. This is interesting. I feel like we've seen this ghost before. Wow, they really pushed. This is honestly embarrassing. Like, they just pushed this update out really quickly, and it's obviously broken because I've seen clones of the same ghost repeatedly. I've seen duplicates of myself, which I think that was like a bug and they called it a feature maybe. I'm kind of okay with that. That looks cool, but to come across like an illusion of yourself, fine. But the fact that it's like multiples of the same exact ghost, I'm 99% sure we've had that happen twice this game. And they're calling this like a stable version of the game. It's just, I don't know. Seems a little questionable. Do we have Holy Word? Yes, we do. We're in Holy Word. I would like for that Ice Fiend to be dead. Oh, that'll do it. But yeah, the reason I'm just kind of not impressed with this version is this is the main feature, right? Everything else is kind of, well, it's named after this feature. I guess you could say it's the main feature, or you could say it's just named after it, which is not quite the same thing. For me, the main feature is like the quality of life stuff, which is very good, to be fair. But it's also written by people that the current dev team kind of hate, like that doesn't-y guy, who's, you know, sort of been banned from everything, is the source of the ooh, nice boots. Is the source of the biggest and most, like, the best change in this version, which is the spell library. I don't know who wrote the UI improvements for things like, what did they improve? They improved the UI for something, and I thought it was really good. Octopode rings, I feel like that happened this version, perhaps. I don't know who did that one, but that's a minor but very good quality of life change. But yeah, the flashy change, which is this ghost thing, is very clearly bugged all to hell, and I think they just kind of slapped a sticker on it that said, okay, that's good enough, you know. I don't know why they do that, though, because it just doesn't feel like there's much content in this in this version. It feels silly. I'm just trying to get this horn, as I usually do. And we got it. We'll probably end up training some more evocations at some point, but then again, I don't know. I had hoped that we would max out Earth Magic, but I think we're going to have to accept that, I think I'm going to have to accept that Earth Magic is, I'm not going to be casting Shatter without Brilliance ever. That's fine, though. We could pop on Wizardry, I guess. It's just not, I don't even want to, because I don't have to spend money on food shops. Battle Axe of Distortion, huh? Probably should have stared at this stuff. Having such a grand old time with Vile Clutch, though. Apparently I didn't even have to stare dance. We just auto-explored into Menace and got silenced. I gotta say, I'm not pleased about that. Can't use the Horn of Geryon. We can do this. We can do this. Okay, let's Vile Clutch him. Oh, Vile Clutch did not do the job. Okay, more beasts. Let's pop on stat form. This way we can melee him if need be. Down. Whoa, we have a Ring of Phasing. Yeah, we're going to be wearing that over this other thing here. That's awesome. Our defenses are getting to be really, really nice. It's funny how just a few points can make a huge difference. Ratskin Cloak, huh? I get a really large amount of satisfaction out of busting into these vaults when I see a floating eye waiting in there. And it goes to show that you should never ever go into these vaults, and if you do so, make sure it's on a character that you don't care if you lose, because otherwise you're just rolling the dice unnecessarily. When you could come back with Shatter later, or just ignore the thing, you know, on a character where it's not feasible to get Shatter. I mean, imagine going in there and getting paralyzed right off the bat. Iron Shot. I could memorize that. But we're not particularly good at conjurations. Anyhow, the loot here was terrible as well. Ratskin Cloak is interesting. You can make infinite rats, I guess. Plus rats is a cutely named ability as well, but if I don't find that in the early game, it's kind of pointless. The rats are not all that good after a certain point. They're amazing early on, though. That's a really, really good cloak to find early. Some kind of jelly vault has happened here. And nothing stopped it from just pouring jellies into the floor. No ruined doors, which in depths you can expect those kind of curveballs, I guess, in depths. Nice little change. Nice little change of pace, you know. But that also makes depths secretly one of the most dangerous branches. A lot of people think that you can go in there early, and you can sometimes. Sometimes it's just like, you know, those you can take out a bunch of those ugly thing packs or ogre packs and get a good amount of experience. But for me, I pretty much never want to... Ooh, let's put Saffron back on. I pretty much never want to go in there unless I'm full on ready for Zot, you know. Oops. Tabbed a little bit too hard here. This is fine. I think I want to play like a Mocklip character after this or something. We've played so many grueling casters. I shouldn't say grueling really, because some of them, like this one, end up in stat form, and you can do a fair amount of tabbing, but nothing compares to those DDs that worship Mock and just get their hit points back after every fight, and you could just O-tab pretty much the entire game. And if you build your character correctly, you won't get punished for it. Or you're very unlikely to get punished for it. Because, well, I don't know if any of you are still following this, but recently, I'll give you an example, my 37 streak was, it was arguably the highest in the, you know, it was the highest world record. Because Elliptic had a higher one, but something like 10 of his wins were taking place during... there was a melee bug that made people do way too much damage, and he doesn't consider them to be actual wins. I leave that to, you know, other people to decide. I don't really care that much. I didn't really want to get like bragging rights or anything for the top score. I just wanted to do it because I thought it was interesting, and to prove a point, I guess, that it's a lot easier on certain species. Not that I think that was really in question, but whatever. But anyway, moving on. Recently, this guy named Kunix, with a Q, he got 39 wins in a row on a pure Deep Dwarf fighter streak. And then he died to some weird stuff, like I think he got paralyzed or something, because he's getting these insane 2-hour wins, which is fine when you're speedrunning. But when you're trying to streak, you're gonna probably make a mistake sooner or later, which is what he did. But yeah, he did that, and then he did it again. Like, he did another 39 streak of Deep Dwarf Fighters, so my record did not last very long. But he never beat Elliptic's technical record of 43, which again includes the melee bug wins. But I found that interesting, that I don't understand going through that much effort to... I mean, if it's every single win is DDFI, why not take the extra minute or whatever? What is this thing? What am I fighting? It's just a Draconian. I mean, good on him though. Obviously, he's got skill, but I don't understand why after the first time he wouldn't take like an extra hour or so per game. But then again, I threw away my streak just because I kind of got bored playing Deep Dwarves and thought I could be cute and throw in a Knoll real quick, you know. What am I doing? I need to have these Mana Vipers. Okay, this is a good time to get rid of Passage of Galubria and get... Oh, I don't have Dragon Form. Really? Wow. Okay, that's fine. We can easily afford this. Okay. Would have liked to have found Disjunction and gotten it working, but I think we'll be fine. Technically, if I wanted a slightly stronger statue form, I could be wearing my Staff of Earth. And then transferring, or rather swapping it off for my fists, but that's just one more thing I'd have to do every single fight, and I don't think it's really worth the minor min max. If I wasn't trying to win relatively quickly, then maybe I would do that, but there's only so much time. Gosh, I don't have much digging, so I can't make frivolous kill holes here. This is a ton of Draconians. I almost want to Emily, but I won't. I will Amplifier though. Oh, I see. It's a wide open floor, and this is just where things have gathered. Okay. It's a shame that we don't have Synv all the time. but I'm pretty happy with phasing. That's an excellent find on a character like this. Or really any character. Phasing and robustness, it's just an absurd boost to your defenses. You can turn a middling melee character into one that can tab. Just with that one item. Or one of those two items. Ooh, there's a ghost moth. That's something that can ruin your day. Mana Viper is really, really criminally underrated, including by me. I tend to neglect it, but it is very, very good for quality of life in here. Just because it can do so much. But mainly just, well, if you think about it, it deals with, oh well. Actually, didn't want to be in statue form there. I fought him out of statue form on purpose. But yeah, what I was saying was it deals with all three of the biggest, scariest threats in here. Let's go upstairs. It keeps the electric golems from zapping or blinking. It stops orbs of fire from doing everything, and it even helps with ancient liches. Kind of goes to show how good anti-magic is, but it's a way of getting anti-magic without having to deal with the downsides of anti-magic. Kind of a slow Zot floor. I've noticed that the more open a floor is, in general, not just in Zot, the slower it's going to be, because you just have to do a lot of stair dancing. I would really like to stop getting bounced around. Whoever's idea it was to add a thing here where your MR just doesn't matter and you can get moved around, well, they made a mistake. Let's call a merchant and get some more food. Still have over 10,000 gold, that's awesome. We'll bribe Zot, probably Zot 5. Have some fun with that. This is cool. It's a Gozag altar. It's a Gozag themed altar with an obsidian golem and who links a ghost. I'm curious why they matched up a Gozag altar with a Hepleakana worshipper. This is what, this is what I'm talking about with this update. It just seems like really unpolished. That may be on purpose, I guess, but there's just it's not thematic, Feels like it wasn't thought through very much. Just kind of shoved out there, There's a cursed toe in there. Let's leave this alone for now. I'll probably break in there here in a minute. Wow, we actually suck at casting dragon form. Oh, I don't have hop when I'm in dragon form, which presumably means I don't walk slowly when I'm in dragon form either. That's I forgot about all that. But I keep all of that when I'm in statue form. Whoa, no. In statue form, I don't walk slowly. That's weird. I thought that I was walking slowly this whole time in staff form. Well, I am walking slowly, though, because it's staff form, so it's, you don't really lose the effect. It just it happens for a different reason. See, 1.5. In fact, I'm slower than I otherwise would be. Okay. Let's, end transformation. Brilliance. Okay, we've broken in, very good. And we're gonna dig. And we're gonna dragon form. Come on, act like you've been anti-magicked. I know you have been. Not bad. Dragon form down to 10%. That's 3 different times he dispelled me. Kind of funny. Almost a Zot 5. We do not want to fight that cursed toe with all this crap nipping at my heels. Barachians secretly become completely awesome once you finally hit Zot. because they're the only thing I can think of off the top of my head, other than like a Rue worshiper, who can blink, or some approximation of blink, in here. Let's step into the fire. Start punching this thing to death. I'm gonna end up getting tormented, I know it. There we go. Why don't we go up? Another one. Wow. It's completely unrelenting. I'll just go up if I start getting tormented. This is kind of funny. Okay. If I can just BVC things from inside here. I'll take the free kills. Get full hit points first. I realize this seems almost unnecessary, but it feels wrong not to do it, you know? Because I can just do this in like 100% safely. Alright, I'm done. We got transmutations to 15, dragon form to 3%. That's probably good enough. One wonders if I'm going to be able to properly switch gears into a melee character once I finally get one going. Double torment. Sweet. Well, we've ended up with 12,000 gold. That's 4 bribes. We'll bribe Zot, and we're going to stay bribed for the entire orb run. Starting from now, we're never going to be in a branch without a bribe. Magic mapping. Oh. See, I don't even know. I have to wonder if this ghost even died in Zot 5, or if they're just pulling it from the bones files. Randomly, almost. But I see that there is a curse toe here, so let's... As much as I want to kill this ghost to get the points, I think we need to wait. Oh, these guys are all neutral. Got my friendly ancient lich. Nice. You know, I think I will just open it up. And then hop on this way. And then dig. And then go dragon form. Because this is just a big fat dumb fighter. Got him. There's the cursed toe. Got him. I guess this stuff is just fighting off screen. That's awesome. Okay. Bribes over. We re-bribe Zot. Got a lot of friendlies and neutrals. Those guys can fight each other, I don't really care. Got an orb of fire that's friendly. I love the messages that you see when you bribe. It's like the orb of fire grins and has a jangling coin purse or something like that. It doesn't make any sense at all, but that kind of thing I think is funny and cool. Let's just go ahead and grab this thing. I'm not concerned at all. Technically, we're not on a bribed branch anymore, but let's go to depths real quick. Also, it's occurred to me I want to be in dragon form, so I'm walking at normal speed. Okay. Well, that's interesting. If you bribe on the branch... Well, I just wasted 3,000 gold. Oh well. That sucks. If you bribe here, you bribe Zot. You don't bribe the place you're actually in. And I didn't look at the message. So we're not going to have a bribe in dungeon. However, we still have our free potion petition, so we got one of those, maybe a couple. Brilliance. We're gonna cut through this. Interesting. Two panlords. That's not great. We could Holy Word. I think we want to haste, actually, to start with. And then we'll Holy Word. Okay. What a shame that we have to go through dungeon with no bribe. It's my fault for not reading the message. And it's good to know that that works that way. Brimstone Fiend, we take one step, and he immediately hellfires me. Let's rethink this then. We'll hop. We'll haste. We'll Feel of Floods to get him off my back. We'll fog. Blink. Blink. And up we go. Boom! Another win. So that's 6 in a row. Some of them fairly hard combos. Not sure what I'm going to play next, but pretty soon I may have the longest active tournament streak. Some of these other guys have longer ones. They tend to play a little faster than me, but it's not bad. It's not a bad streak. I believe right now my group is still in second place. We're still anticipating catching up. This is the end of day 4 of the tournament right now. Still a long time to go, so let's just see if we can make some progress and snag first place. Anyway, until next time, I am signing out.